Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ATR's War Bedlam Media's premier wrestling podcast covering AEW to WWE. I'm your host, Tim the SLB, co-host of ATR's War, ATR Rising Sun, and joining me today is man behind X Wrestling's Nostradamus, ATR's governor of NXT, Scott.
Again, my future's so bright, I need sunglasses, and this goddamn sun needs to get out of my face. We're gonna be shooting from the hip today. Got some topics to talk about, but the rest of it's just gonna be us having some fun. So enjoy the ride.
Yes. Also joining us, my co-host from ATR Rising Sun, the first-time back-to-back Bedlam Media champion. Right in the middle of G1, as we're speaking, Ethan.
I'm tired. I work with children.
You just need muffins, right? Is that what he had?
I do like muffins. Yes, I'm very excited for watching G1 and 5-Star Grand Prix. That's also going on. Okay, let's move on.
Batman himself will not be joining us tonight. He is on assignment. So guys, please make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Join our Discord. Guys, before we begin, just want to make note that next week is our monthly live show. It's a big one. We're doing SummerSlam. So 7:05 Eastern PM. Probably should clarify that so someone doesn't show up and like, hey, it's 7 a.m. Where are you guys at? 7:05 p.m. Eastern. We'll be doing a live stream. Quiet week. We got a couple of things we're gonna go talk about. We had Saturday night's main event just happen. I really want to kind of focus on the wrestling releases. Now everyone is officially a free agent. I don't know. Where do we want to start?
There's a lot of names. I should have pulled them up before we started this. But obviously, I know, I think the Wyatt Six were a big one. Motor City Machine Guns. Who else was let go? Zoe Stark. Ethan, help me out.
Hold on.
I think Zelina and my God,
Alistair.
Thank you. Wow.
No, it's Malachi now.
That's right. Now it's back to Malachi. That's right.
I actually legit don't know. I was just
The New Day.
Were they during this or were they after this?
Hold on.
I thought New Day was the week or two later. Because it was kind of like back-to-back hits. I thought.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right, here we go. All right, here are the names I found it. Alistair Black, Motor City Machine Guns, Bo Dallas, Dexter Loomis, Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy, Kairi Singh, Nikki Cross, Escobar, Selena Vega, and Zoe Stark.
Okay. Yep. So New Day, I think New Day is next week.
They're the beginning of August. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at this point, I think we don't even have to do any fantasy booking with them. I think we're going to get the dream matches that I think everyone wanted with them and the Bucks. So I don't think that's...
Yeah, for New Day, definitely. I know Joe Gacy is challenging Karrion Kross for, I think, the GCW title in October. I saw that came across my screen. So I'm like, well, good for him. He still has the Wyatt Six influence on his vignette that he did. So I was like, that's cool. I'm glad they're still kind of bringing that with him. But everybody else, I'm trying to think. I think everybody else has kind of been quiet. I really haven't seen much about everybody else. Oh, I know obviously Nikki Storm's doing her thing with Progress. So with her husband. So that's been on the news for a while too. But I don't know if you guys have heard anything else from the rest of the clan.
Joe Gacy's wrestling.
Yeah. He's challenging Cross. But other than that,
no. Well, Selena went on her Twitch stream today or last night, basically revealing her name. Andrade was on there, by the way.
I actually did see that. That's right. Yep.
Yeah, the rest of it, most of you guys did a contract mystery video. Let's be honest, it's probably AEW.
Yeah, probably. Yep.
And let's be honest, New Day's probably going to AEW too.
So, I have a feeling that AEW might be doing some releases soon too. So I think, I don't know if you guys saw, this just came out a couple hours ago as of recording. Tony Khan clarifies Ty Mello report says he'll grant her release. And I think this was during the press conference for AEW Redemption.
The media call, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Because I know there's been some speculation about her and Sammy getting their releases. I'd be interested to see where Sammy goes. I don't know. Is there enough bad blood to keep him out of like NXT? Or does he go to Japan for a little bit? Does he end up in TNA?
I think TNA would be good. Well, apparently he's staying in AEW right now, but it's wrestling. You never know. If he does leave AEW, I think TNA might be a good spot for him, honestly.
I mean, honestly, TNA's been bleeding stars for the last like 4 months now. I was actually just watching this past week's episode right before we started, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, all they have left is Nick Nemeth. That's it. Every other major star is gone.
And the Hardys.
Well, I mean, like singles.
Yes,
Oh,
sorry.
Of
Yeah.
Of course, the Hardys. Yes, of course. And speaking of the Hardys, those of you who are in the wrestling video game land, season 4 just dropped to Wednesday for WWE 2K26, and the Hardys are prominent in this year's or this season's downloads. So if you play through the whole season, you'll end up getting actually you play if you have the premium tier, you get the Hardys and let's see, Lady Shirai and Jelly Roll this go around. So
nice. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we're getting another shakeup pretty much. I don't know. I think there's a lot of where could they go? I mean, let's look. Even I'm gonna watch this week's episode. Maple Leaf Pro is officially off the ground, so they could end up in Canada. Wasn't Sammy though one of Cody's boys?
Yeah.
Because didn't he have a couple of ladder matches with him?
Just the one where you did that big
cutter. I don't know why I thought there was more than one. Maybe I'm mixing them up with Darby.
I think I saw that another free agent out there, Dana Luna, just premiered on Maple Leaf Pro.
She did last night.
She's another one I always enjoyed her work in TNA, and I was sad to see her go, but I'm glad she was picked up. Hopefully she's actually signed with Maple Leaf Pro.
When I made my predictions at the beginning of the year, I literally had Dan Luna win the title.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a sad man.
I know.
Right,
whatever we want about you today, you're a sad man.
Yeah,
we had a New Japan joke, guys.
Woo! SJ, Scotty. No, seriously, she should have had at least one ring. Like, come on.
Yeah, she was really coming into her own by the time she was getting ready to, before her contract was up. I was really enjoying like the new stuff she did for her singles entrances, and her matches were great. They were brutal too, but yeah, it was too bad that she left. But yeah, so I'm hoping that whatever's left in TNA, if they could start getting some more people, they could start building some stars. Because I think I saw something that Moose is leaving too, and I'm like, there's another one that's like, what the hell? He's been there for a decade.
Where's Moose going? Potentially going.
I would assume WWE,
Mexico,
but I don't know.
Yeah. I would be I'd be a little surprised, but not really.
I mean, honestly, he'll be like Santana and he'll show up in NXT because he'll have to learn the WWE way first and then move him up.
If they change his name, he's gonna be known as Deer.
That's right.
Elk.
Yeah. We'll call him Mises instead of Moose.
Okay, well, that was good. Honestly, if he doesn't leave, I mean, him and Eddie Edwards, I think, are the two longest.
Yep.
Well, now longest tenured. You know what bugs the shit out of me? Sinner and Saint got fucking released.
Yeah, I know, but they weren't being used. I think we talked about this off. I think on our chat last week when they actually got their release, they were just weren't being used. And like when the what was it the Northern Armory, when that dissolved, when Eric Young got rid of them, I had a feeling I'm like they're never going to be seen on television again. And I think they're on TV once in like 3-4 months, and then
You know,
getting the release, I'm like, all right, well now I guess this makes sense. So I wish the best for them. I enjoyed their matches. I thought they did a really good job as a tag team. So I don't know if they're gonna just be in the indies or if they'll show up ROH, maybe. I don't know.
fucking put them in Japan. Hold on.
You could do that
The
too.
last time. Hang on. I can figure it. That's crazy though. How? Oh, hang on. Something like that. There we go. Hold on. Matches. That's great. They only had 4 TNA matches. Did you know that?
Only 14 matches.
This year. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So no, the pre-show on No Surrender, and then on Impact episode 127 when they beat BD and Rich Swann, and then they were in a 2 weeks later they were in a 4-way number terrors match where they lost to the System, and then they lost to the Hardys on the next week, episode 1130 for the TNA tag titles.
And then poof, they gone.
So anyone who hasn't watched them, like I watched them a little bit when they're in Prestige or like West Coast Pro, they're so fucking underrated.
I agree. If
WWE really care about the tag division, which they don't.
They don't.
They don't. I say go there. Honestly, if they want to stick as team, like maybe AEW or Japan.
I could see them show up in NXT or maybe Evolve first and then work their way up.
Yes, they go to NXT to face the hanky tanky panky connection.
That's right.
It's interesting you say that because I feel like one of the two things I think WWE for some reason, now the women's division's gotten better, but it's like anytime they try to like the tag divisions, like
it's always struggled.
It's like you got the one tag team and then the other one that should be next to them and then nothing else. And again, the fact that they already released Motor City Machine Guns, who, you know, between like them.
Well, last year
the Bucks.
Last year they were cooking, but they after that
but signing them was like equivalent to signing the Road Warriors back in the 80s.
They just signed them 10 years too late.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Like, it's great that they're there, but like I even said it like when they first showed up. I said they're going to be great for a year or two, and then they're going to fade away because WWE doesn't know how to have tag teams run a storyline for that long. I mean, unless you're the Usos, because you're tied to Roman Reigns.
The Usos are the New Day.
Yeah. Wow. But even the New Day, because New Day got older. And TKO wanted more money back from them, and they said no. So they said we're gonna take a hike.
Yeah, but even still, they were like the thing for a long. What was that longer than 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I would give it to them. Give it to the Usos. Who else? What other tag teams are there that are? You could say the Lucha Brothers, but that's like
But they haven't been a tag team, at least in WWE yet at all.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're even in AEW for a long time. They pretty much were together, but half the time they were doing single stuff.
Yeah. Yep. I think the only time they were really a full tag team was when they were doing the thing with Lucha Underground and TNA. That was really it, when they were full-time tag team. But I guess you could say like Street Profits, they've been around for a long time. Yeah, they just won the titles to only lose them like a week or two later, which still doesn't make sense in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
But then all the rest of the tag teams are kind of tossed together.
The one I was forgetting. Viking Raider, War Machine.
Oh, that's true, War Machine. Yeah.
But like they're also school. Like, what are they doing with them?
AAA tag
They're the
champ.
AAA tag champions right now. So when they're doing, I guess they wanna they want to fight R-Truth and Damian Priest for the SmackDown tag titles.
Why?
So, well, just so they can have them both. And now Damian Priest is like a full member of the AAA roster too. So, which
Yeah.
honestly, I think is a smart move, because if he wasn't tag champs right now with R-Truth, he would be doing nothing, because for some reason they can't figure out what to do with this, anything to do with him.
I found
But
since he went to
like the 2
SmackDown.
episodes. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say sorry, Scott. I found since he went to SmackDown, like it just went downhill a little bit.
It's just, I thought like going over to the show, being with Rhea, you might get those two doing stuff together again. I think they were in one segment together and that's it. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I love Damian Priest. I think he's a phenomenal wrestler, but he didn't seem natural on the mic on SmackDown or even on Raw. But the 2 things I've seen him in AAA, it's like he's at home. So I'm like, he needs to stay here because he sounds natural being in Mexico. So I hope, and I know they're doing this tournament now because of Vikingo's injury for their Latin American championship. I think he'd be a great champion. I know that, what was it right now they're doing triple threat matches.
Triple threat qualifiers,
They're
yeah.
doing
And then
4. Yeah, they're doing 4 triple threat qualifiers, and then there's going to be a 4 corners match to determine the new Latin American champion. So I hope it's Priest. I feel like he'd be a good champion in AAA.
Yeah, I don't. Honestly, I don't know. I like Truth, but I feel like it's kind of pushing. Like Scott said, I feel like if he wasn't tag champ with Truth, he wouldn't be doing much. I don't know. I think him in AAA is a good fit for him. I don't take her son last son.
Right. He's never beaten those allegations.
He's never beaten those.
It is. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just, there's always going to be some talent that it just does not convey over to the WWE product. Damian Priest, I would argue, is one of the hot take. Damian Priest has the best name change from the Indies to WWE.
I agree. Yes. Punishment Martinez was fine, but Damian Priest, it's a better name. I agree.
Mm-hmm. I do like that name better, honestly.
But again, I think some of this talent, they just work better in like other, even from NXT to the main roster. You look at the talent that's gone from there. Mm-hmm. NXT, they thrive, and even if they don't limit some of them, it just doesn't work on the main roster.
Yeah.
We'll never understand why.
Honestly, I think a lot of it, and part of me hates to throw them under the rug here, or under the bus. But the other part of me is like, they're old. They need to get the hell out of here. There was a thing that came out. I think it had to do with WWE Unreal, where Bruce Pritchard was saying that they needed to make sure that they kind of handheld it, Obafemi and Trick Williams, because they aren't going to be ready when they're on the main roster. I'm sorry. What? Have you seen what these two have done since they showed up on the main roster? It just shows to me that this industry has passed by Bruce, and he needs to get the F out. He's been part of the problem since Vince McMahon has been around, and he needs to be thrown out. And I swear to God, this business will get a lot better because of it.
Yeah. Okay. So with that statement said, you have a developmental brand that is meant to build up these guys. Somebody makes the call that they need to come up, but you don't think they're ready, so we got to handhold them.
Yeah.
So aside from the fact that I think we're all on the same page with how talented these three are, if you don't think somebody is ready, why are you bringing them up from the developmental brand?
Correct.
And also, wouldn't that be a knock on Shawn Michaels himself?
Yes, it is. At least that's how I took it. I've never been a big fan of Bruce ever since all the shit started coming out. And it's just like, somehow he escaped unharmed. But yeah, the man's. I think he's too old to understand what's happening nowadays in wrestling.
Him and Michael Hayes both gotta go.
Yes, that's another one. That's another one. Yeah, I understand he's been around forever and he knows his stuff, but this is a young kid's game now. No pun intended for Triple H, but
I found another article I wanted to bring up, but before we wrap up this conversation, I want to wrap up these conversations first. That's an interesting stat there. Current Bloodlines, Ethan shared this from Fadeaway Media on X. Current Bloodline storyline has officially lasted longer than the entire Attitude Era. Attitude Era 4 years, Bloodline saga 6 years and ongoing. Wild.
Yep.
Also, that brings up, we're talking about Athena has officially passed what? Roman Reigns?
yes.
Title reign?
Yep.
She is the forever ROH Women's Champion. I don't know. I don't think she'll ever lose it. Ethan said maybe she'll get injured. I'm like, why would you ever wish that upon her?
No,
I don't know. Trust me, I don't want that to happen. I would feel real guilty that actually happened.
Watch it now happen because we've put it into existence, and it's going to be Ethan's fault.
How long did Bruno have the belt for?
Like 2,000 plus days.
Like 2,800 days or something.
Because I think that's still in realistically, somebody needs to beat Fabulous Moolah's record.
Well, yeah, it was like 5,000 days or something. Actually, no. It was
It was
28
like
years.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, that's never getting touched.
Or is it? Not in WWE because they have a way better handle of the women's roster now.
Well, of course, with 0 matches in 0 segments on this past Raw for the women. So clearly they know what's best for the women.
Which is weird because didn't they invent women's wrestling over there in the E?
Of course.
You know,
the Fed invents all wrestling.
You know what's Liv Morgan? She won the title Mania. You know how many title defenses she had?
Pretty much, I think 0. Yeah. And she's going to lose her first one when it comes to EO at SummerSlam. There's my hot take.
Can we bring back the 30-day rule?
Yes, please. Yes.
I agree with some people saying they should. That's the one rule they should never get rid of.
Correct. That should have always been a thing. If you can't defend your title in 30 days, you are stripped of the title. None of this interim bullshit. Looking at you, SmackDown. None of this interim stuff. Your title is gone. You want it back? Start at the bottom and move your way back up. End of story.
Do you want to touch on the interim before I go to the next topic here?
Yeah.
It's kind of related. That we kind of have a weird intertwined theme here because we got that to talk about. You guys want to bring up the interim, and then I was actually ironically going to bring up the whole main event for Redemption, talking about bringing up new talent. So Scott, I don't know if you know. No, I'll just get right into it, and then we'll go back to the interim. I don't know if you know, Scott. So the main event, because he's on the up, and I think he's going to get there. He just needs a little bit of a push. The main event for Redemption is Kenny Omega taking on Kevin Knight for the AEW World Championship.
Ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm. I think Kevin needs probably a little more work on the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
I like his getup. I like the feel he has right now. I think he definitely needs some work, but I think this could elevate him a little more.
Well, I mean, it's against Kenny. Even Kenny at like 75% is still one of the best bout machines that's still out there.
Kenny at 1% is better than me at 100% getting out of bed. So
that's a pre-even pick, and the match hasn't even happened yet. You know what bugs the shit out of me? I love Kevin Knight, but I love how he's like, "Oh, you're heel. Get your ass to DCF." It's like that. It's like WCW. Oh, you're heel. Okay, go to NWO.
Yep, pretty much.
I don't want to go to NWO. Oh, get your ass over there.
I think right now, I'm going to read some of this card for you, Scott. And guys, this is this weekend, so don't forget, if you're watching it, let us know what you're excited for in the comments. There's a lot of opportunity here.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of newcomers, and there's a lot of really exciting matches, I think. So, going off Wikipedia.
Sponsor us, Wikipedia.
So, match 1, Tekla taking on Willow Nightingale for the women's world title. For the national title, it was Mark Davis and Andrade El Idol. Let me tell you, Andrade and the whole how you know this whole thing right now, because I don't know if I wasn't paying attention or he's been on Collision, but when I went to Beach Break, the whole crowd was like popping for him.
That's
and I'm
great.
like, what happened overnight? Like, he's on fire right now.
Good. That's good. I'm glad.
He needs a major title, and he's going. So I think he's getting to where he needs to be.
He's also away from the Don Callis family.
Mm-hmm.
So that right in its own self that's good.
I was telling Ethan, and you weren't here for this, but when I went to Beach Break, there were three matches or 3 appearances on there that stuck out to me, because the first time I'd seen them wrestle was the first time you and I went to a show together in 2017. So Andrade, Tommaso Ciampa, and then Athena as Ember Moon.
Nice. Yeah.
NXT TakeOver Orlando.
Yep.
So anyways, obviously I said Omega and Knight. No holds bar between Ciampa and the Painmaker Chris Jericho.
Yes.
Fletcher and Bandito for the international title. Cajun Cope taking on Claudio and Pac, which, it could be good.
No, Sam, it's Cajun Coop.
Cajun Cope. Tag team match, Moxley and Ospreay taking on the Bucks.
That's right. I forgot about that. I haven't gotten that far yet, but I'll be very interested to see the whole thing with Ospreay getting involved with the Death Riders.
Shida and Maya World for the TDS title. I'm glad Maya's getting a push.
I was gonna say Maya World. I think where I am at, she's had like 1 or 2 matches on TV, and I'm like, this girl's pretty good. But yeah, I'm glad that she's getting this push. So this is good.
We got a 6-way ladder match for the #1 contendership for the international title. Jack Perry, Beast Mordos, Commander, Speedball, Mike Bailey, Nick Wayne, and El Clone. And then actually, this one I think they're really starting to do well with the former Bullet Club storyline right now. Bang Bang Gang, Jay White and Juice Robinson taking on the Dogs, David Finlay and Clark Connors in a double chain tag team match. I don't know why, ever since Jay White came by, and I've always wanted them to like elevate themselves, but with Jay White back and Finlay, and I'm just like this. I need more of this. This needs to be up front and center right now.
Good, nice.
So you want to talk about things where I think things are excelling. I feel like this is a good car. This is a good hey, we do have something going for us.
Early start time, by the way. And also, Sam, so right quick, they're starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, and the Nick Wayne outcome, those are qualifying match for Collision, but they taped it last night as for a cornice, so, and it's airing Saturday, but it's wrestling, stuff gets spoiled. The only titles I don't see changing is Omega and Fletcher. I mean, it'd be cool as fuck, because last on Dynamite, Bindio pinned Fletcher. And most of the time when you're building stuff, they don't win the title.
Yeah, well, you know what? I would even make the argument. I would like to see Tekla retain, because you want to talk about a feud I think would really work to really build up Willow to win this title. Like, I want to see Willow chase this title, because they're good with the women's belt, but they seem to fizzle out. It's like they challenge and then it just fizzles. Where like Willow and Tekla, you could really make this out to be a really solid storyline.
I would be mad at either. Honestly, the reason I'm currently more Tekla because I want Willow to actually have a run, not just have for a month. It's like, okay, gotta drop the Mercedes. But apparently Tekla and Mercedes are having a big dick energy contest.
I saw that video. I was like, oh, she's throwing all the shade at Mercedes. Okay. This is interesting. Does Mercedes still have no titles besides the Owen Hart one?
Ding ding ding.
Is that it?
Yes.
We're back to no titles. No extra Monet. I like it.
And Tekla, when she won the Arsenal title, she had to because in Japan, if you win a title, they give you trophies. You win a title.
Yep, I saw that. Didn't the whole Triangle of Madness? They won what, like a trios title or something?
Yeah. So the Arsenal titles, they're like the 6 woman, like their version of the trios titles.
Yeah.
that was the opening night Firestar Grand Prix. Like I said last week, Julia Hart isn't that tournament because Pete Priestley got injured. She doesn't start her tournament till next week, Wednesday, I think it is. But yeah. Anyway, they weren't gonna win the tag titles last night. Would have been cool, but I think Divine Dimension is kicking so much ass right now. When you get there, Scott.
I will.
Okay. Honestly, Maya Rowe be cool as TBS champion, but I don't know. Be cool. Maybe not right now, but in the future. But I would be mad if she won it Sunday.
Just have a good performance. Keep building your portfolio and keep getting people on your side, and eventually they'll give you the title.
Andrade is probably taking that national title as much as Mark Dane's been fucking fantastic as champ.
I mean, as hot as he is from what Sam's saying, it wouldn't surprise me if now is the time to give him the belt.
No, he's been especially when he turned on Don Callis for Forbidden Door. Literally, Scott, he had the shirt that said they didn't censor it or nothing. It literally had fuck Don Callis from fuck MJF. No censoring, but on Dynamite they had to obviously TV. They had to censor it. So
of course, yeah.
I'm like, oh, should have left it. And the announcer like
pay-per-view.
The announcers were like, we can't say this right now. Moxie on the other hand would have.
Use your eyes and read.
Yeah, Moxie would have just said it.
Oh, of course he would have.
But that first Young Bucks match, I'm actually looking forward to. Fletcher Bandido looks really good. So yeah, it's at 10 p.m. Eastern. Yay, he's listening. It's fine.
Still going to be a 6-hour pay-per-view.
7 p.m. is still going to bring us here at 12:30 Monday morning. So,
yeah.
I know.
These pay-per-views, I'm waiting for them to, at this point, just play, have Jimi Hendrix come out and do the national anthem like 7 a.m. on Monday. Just go full Woodstock.
Sam, I love you, man, but please no. Don't throw that in the universe.
Well, between them doing these long shows and WWE being like, we're going to do like 30, like, I don't know, 2 days. Maybe we'll do 3 days. Maybe we're going to do this over in, Saudi Arabia. We'll do watch parties in the States.
You know what? Tony Khan has the perfect opportunity to do next year? Do his own wrestling festival.
I mean, there's already rumors of it. It wouldn't surprise me. I think it would be a mistake for him not to try to do something that weekend.
Too bad he can't call it WrestleFest.
Well, no, but I mean, you can come up with something for it. But I mean, I feel like if this doesn't make WWE go, maybe we shouldn't do this here, then I don't know. Like, honestly, depending on how the card looks for Mania, shit, I might even watch the AEW stuff. Because I'm just like, whatever. Like, the Saudi shows they're okay, but
the only thing I'm excited for is when they start in the afternoon.
Yes, that is a nice plus. But they do the same thing if they were in England or in Italy or in Germany or Ireland, Scotland, Wales, anywhere that deserves this more than Saudi Arabia. But
London, England.
Anywhere else besides Saudi would have been perfect for a WrestleMania outside of the States or North America, for that matter.
Back to Kevin Knight for a second. Literally, Tony Khan pretty much said word for word in his media call of what you said. He said he has a lot of, Tony Khan said he had a lot of confidence Kevin Knight's one of the top stars in AEW going forward. So,
yeah. I think we've always been on the same boat there, Ethan, because I think my first experience with him was in, was it Strong?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in New Japan Strong, and I was just like, yeah, I like him. And then he was with,
Kushida.
Yeah, Kushida. And then he's been with Speedball Mike Bailey for a hot minute. So I'm just like, I feel like he really does have something and that they can utilize. So let's hop back to the E for a minute because there's two other things we want to talk about. I don't know if I'm having like this amnesia moment from Mike Santana officially debuting this Tuesday. Obviously we're just waiting for confirmation. Ethan we were talking before the show. Ethan was like, I think, and Scott said they pretty much have a he's working on the trademark right now, the copyright, so we can get that going. That's why the name didn't show up. Again, AEW, why did you drop the ball on him? And then we got an interim title.
Yeah, because Rhea's out with injury still, not going to be back in time for SummerSlam. So instead, we're going to do some qualifying matches for, I think that's a ladder match at SummerSlam. And
fatal 5-way.
Yeah, and the winner will be the interim women's WWE champion on SmackDown. And then once Rhea's back, then they'll do the whole Rey Mysterio, John Cena bit, and then Rhea will win the title back. So the other title won't mean a damn thing. But we were talking about this before, and maybe we mentioned this online. I don't know. It's been a half an hour. My brain's already like, what is time? They need to bring back the 30-day rule. You can't defend your title in 30 days. Goodbye title. End of story. I'm really tired of these champions just holding on to their titles and not doing a damn thing about it. It's guilty everywhere in WWE. Tag team division, I think when Judgment Day had the titles, they had it for like 200 days and defended it 3 times, maybe.
Dear God,
it's like, come on, like do something with them or get rid of the titles. Go back to having one set of tag titles. They did it for the women, and even still, the women's tag titles don't really get defended all that much either. But I don't know. It's a little frustrating.
You know what grinds my gears? No, I mean I like Ripley, but this is getting ridiculous. Like, honestly, if you're gonna be out, like, they bring back the 30-day rule, because Liv Morgan had the title since WrestleMania, and the SummerSlam's literally her first event. Now, I'm not blaming Liv for that. That's not her fault at all. I'm not blaming her one bit, but I'm spoiling my SummerSlam pick. Scott already said earlier, but Io's winning that title.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much what we all agree on, honestly.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Pretty sure that'll be the easy, the free spot in the bingo board.
Yeah. But that's probably the only one I'm going to spoil as right now. But for women's world title, this is probably this is one of the worst reigns for the women. Like SmackDown women's title side, like Jade's was not, again, not her fault, just because there's really not much. It's weird. So the 5 women as right now, as we're recording this, Tiffany Stratton's in there because she beat JCJ, which that baffles me. No disrespect to Tiffany at all. I get it's her hometown. I get it. But she has a title already.
Yeah. She'll have her moment in front of her people, and then she's not winning this match.
No. Sorry. I think JC, if they do a last chance match, I think JC might get in that way.
Especially with her girls just winning the women's tag titles.
I might have to bring back my 26 predictions and give you the half year correct pick so far. I'll do that in a couple minutes. Yeah, honestly, I think most wrestling fans are in agreement with bring back the 30-day rule. That's just me personally. I think New Japan, remember Sam years ago? So Moxley was the US champion back when they had the US title. They had to strip him because I think they got hit with Sonata and he was trying to get to Japan to defend, but he couldn't, obviously, weather-wise. So they had to vacate the title for him because obviously he couldn't get over there. But to be fair, that's not his fault. That's just beyond his control. But again, bring it back. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you for my TED Talk.
All right. Solid.
Oh, yeah. I also got to bring back Ethan picks this week, which I'll start before.
You got any Ethan picks right now you want to share with the team?
Yes. Okay. I'll go. Hold on. What was last week? My brain's mush right now. Okay, so I'll start from July 11th. I'll give you just my Ethan picks right now because why not? So we had G1. We had Oleg and Iowa from July 11th, and Takeshi for Suji from G1. There's Ethan. Sam knows the picks because I sent to him. So those are 2 Ethan picks. Bandito for Shabbat for the Rainbow title. That was on Collision July 11th. Speaking of Mark Davis, him and Mike Bailey for the National also on that same Collision. That was July 11th. AAA, Scott, I don't know if you agree with me on this one, but Dragon Lee, Manny Vikingo, Jack Cartwheel in that triple threat match for
Yes.
Chris.
That was a great match.
That was fucking fun. I love that. Dragon Lee kicks so much ass at AAA. I'm just gonna
He
say.
does. And that's another one. Like, he's like meh at best on the main roster, but in AAA, he's like Kenny Omega in New Japan. It's like, what? Make it make sense.
He's learning under the Undertaker tree.
That's true.
Shingo versus Ottawa, right? Oiway blockade. Day 2 of G1 Climax, July 18th, and Suji versus Goto. That on the same day. July 19th, we had Sabre Junior for Mora, and that was B block. G1 from day 4 to catch for to Ice and Ole for Shingo. Those were on the same show. Day 5 from yesterday, that's recording this. Uemura for Drumley and Sax for Jim for Cal Newham. Last one, Dynamite. Honestly, the Don Callis versus Death Riders and Omega wasn't too bad. That's all I'll mention. Stardust main event, honestly, that no pun intended, but the main event between Punk, Rhodes, Gunther, and Sammy, that's honestly the only match I recommend checking out from that show.
Yeah.
Besides, I will mention, I would say Laurie and Bailey, honestly.
That was pretty good too. Yeah. Especially with that kind of floating out there that Bailey's gonna leave once her contract's over.
Hot take, I think she is.
I wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I'm sure she's getting TKO'd with they wouldn't want to give her a lot of money. And I feel like she's more than deserving of it, but at the same time, she's done everything at this point. What else is there left for her to do in WWE? Let her go and let her go have some more matches with Mercedes and be an absolute menace over in AEW. I think that would be fun for her.
I mean, besides the titles, we said this last week, but I mean, honestly, I think she's kind of like too big for the US and Intercontinental.
I agree. She should be challenging for the top titles.
I know people are going to be like, well, Becky held the title.
Yeah. Becky shouldn't have. I don't feel like she needed to.
I get why she had it, but I agree with Scott. But
yeah, like this title is for people like Lyra, for people like Soul. For people that are next in line that are ready to go, which is why I loved the Intercontinental title growing up, because it was always they call it the working man's title. It's just like these are the ones that are up and coming. They're going to be the next in line to be the champions, which is why The Rock had it, Stone Cold had it, Triple H had it. The who's who of wrestling in the Attitude Era, they had it during the late new generation, the very beginning of, the Attitude Era. Like they were moving them in the right direction.
The belt, that was the working man's title, and you had to know how to work. Who didn't know how to work though? Bill Goldberg. And let me tell you something about Bill Goldberg.
Fuck.
Well, I mean, he was the U.S. champion over WCW, so during his undefeated streak.
By what a sense, Scott just said The Rock and Stone Cold held the Intercontinental title.
But I mean, they were.
But fucking Sheamus couldn't touch it. Are you kidding me?
There's another one.
Let's all rage together.
God, I'm so sad for Sheamus.
It's a shameful thing.
Wow, yes, it's a shameful thing. Lobster head. It's too many limes.
Do you think he goes to AEW because he does not seem happy with leaving?
No, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me, but does he really need to anymore? Honestly,
maybe for occasional fucking put him in C2. I'll be okay with that. I really want to see him in New Japan. Give me me and Shingo.
Oh, man, having him have some bangers over New Japan, that would be fun.
Mm-hmm. Come on, Sam, help me here. So I would want him in AEW.
Get into existence.
We're trying, Scott. We're trying. For AEW, like maybe just do stuff with Claudio. And there's the only names I really want to see him wrestle is Ospreay, Takeshita, Okada.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw an independent wrestling name, and Scott might know this one. Charles Mason. I'm shocked that guy's not signed.
Mm.
He is same. I don't know if you've ever seen Charles Mason, but he's kind of trying to. You know that show Bates Hotel Motel.
Yeah, Bates Motel.
Okay. He's kind of got that kind of like serial killer gimmick, but like
yeah. Is he going to be? Is he going to be making some appearances on Maple Leaf? Because who's the wrestler who they were showing where they did a promo where it was like his like middle school teacher? Oh, he's just a good boy, and he was this and that, and da 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 da. At the end, he looked like a psychopath. Or am I mixing that up?
might be him, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that one. I might have to go back and watch it, but that dude, I'm shocked because he wrestled mostly for GCW and like House of Glory, where he's actually their champion. But Sheamus or wherever you go. Actually, he could go by Sheamus Shaman O'Shaughnessy, because technically he did have that name before he went to WWE.
I think he's going about what his first initial and his last name right now. I think
maybe.
I think that's what his social media accounts have changed to, which is fine. I mean, it makes me think of like logins for like work, and it bothers me a little bit. But that's just work triggering me. That's fine.
But I think him and AW do for a couple matches, and maybe do like a C2 or something would be fine. But I don't think he'll sign full time personally.
Seeing him and Claudio on screen together again, like even if it's just a stare down, would be just fun.
Sorry, it's Psycho Mike.
Psycho Mike, that's who it was. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, he looks at the hard cam and he body slams. Well, I'll do my half year unless you guys got something else.
I actually have I have something that we can always wait for. He's not even going to be here for this.
Nope.
This is something I don't know how this went under the radar, and we didn't even touch base on this at all. I think in the chat, Janelle Grant, Vince McMahon, and WWE agreed to arbitration in writing. Grant to file for dismissal of the suit.
Yeah, they're going to do everything private. That's right. We didn't talk about this. I did read a little bit about that. That's right. Yeah, that's an interesting development. I'm not all that surprised that they're going to go private with this decision. I mean,
so
yeah.
This is from postwrestling.com. Joint status reported was filed by Ann Callis in the U.S. District Court in Connecticut on Monday, stating that her client, along with the defendants Vincent and WWE, have agreed in writing to go to arbitration over the dispute. Further, this is big. Grant will file a stipulation of voluntary dismissal with prejudice, meaning it will be permanently closed and cannot be revisited within 5 days to dismiss the suit entirely. So all private, and they're just closing this.
Yep, it'll be gone from the records. Yep. Just smells like a cover-up, but it is what it is.
I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's is it a cover-up? Is it potentially like I get weary. I'm going to give you some like these are my thoughts. It could go both ways. It could be a cover up. They might just have a lot of money. Be like, hey, we just give you a bunch of money and we'll just close it. Which also I think would say a lot about her character. Or would you? Maybe they didn't have a big enough case. Maybe there wasn't enough. Granted, I think the text messages were enough for them to go bring them to court. What was it? The signal chat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if they didn't have enough of a case, then I think Vince would continue to fight this in court and try to win. I don't think he would pay her off, essentially, to have this go private.
Yeah, no, I agree with people are like, oh, Vince McMahon won again.
In a way,
technically, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like it makes my stomach churn when I see things with Vince nowadays, because I know how much he's done for the wrestling business, but the shit that's coming out about what he has been doing behind the scenes, the man needs to be strung up by his short hairs and needs to be beaten within an inch of his life for the shit that he has done to these people in the world. And the fact that he can just throw money around and take it out of public court, it bothers me on a different level. And I don't like it. I really truly don't. I wish somebody would just be able to be like, no, F you, you're going to be completely embarrassed forever, and you're never going to be spoken about, in relevancy when it comes to wrestling ever again.
While at the same time, you have Hogan, who, if you've seen the documentary, and I've gone back, and it pretty much comes down to that one sex tape and the thing he said, and he's been pretty much demonized for it.
Yeah.
And, he apologized, and he did a lot of work for the community and whatnot, and it was just not good enough for the wrestling community.
Right.
But Vince, we're always going to give him a pass. I don't care who you are. You're always going to give Vince a pass.
And that's not right. I mean, what Hogan said wasn't right either. I think with time, that might mellow out a little bit more. But the stuff that Vince has done should never be mellowed, ever. But it's going to be too, because like you just said, people always give him a pass. To this day, I still see people online like, oh, they need to bring Vince back. Vince is the only one who knew how to tell stories in WWE. No, Triple H did fine until TKO got their hands on things. It's people want to blame Triple H for all this nonsense that's going on right now in WWE. I'm pretty sure it's not. Most of it's not him. And I don't know. People want to just yell and scream at where off their mountains or off their rooftops, whatever. It's fine. You're allowed to do so. But I don't think Triple H is the problem. Is he perfect? Absolutely not. He's a human being. He's going to screw up too. Some of his booking decisions probably haven't been the best. Everybody's like, oh, wrestling peaked in, WrestleMania 40. Sam and I were there. We could probably agree that was probably the best, that, culmination of a 4-year story that I've ever watched in wrestling. Have things gone downhill since? I would say yes. Is it in the dumps? No, I don't think so. But it's not anywhere near where it was back then. And they need to find a way to gain that momentum again, because I feel like they've just plateaued and they haven't really gone anywhere. Because I'm not super excited to watch WWE product. I'm not. I'll watch it because I've been watching it for 30 years. But I don't get that ooh, it's Monday, I have to make sure I watch Raw. I haven't watched WWE live in months now. I always watch it after the fact because I have other things to do. It just shows that the product just isn't that exciting for me right now. So something needs to change.
I would make the statement, and it's funny because I just had this conversation with my girlfriend. It's one thing for you to handle things when they are great. Cool. They're great. But it's when things are not great. Or preventing things from hitting those points of not being good.
Right.
So I think nobody knows how to do that. Or they just decide, we'll just, it could just be a money thing. It's like, well, this is what's making us money, so we're going to just keep going this route.
Yep.
Remember when I said a month ago about AAA being better?
Yes. You know what? I'll take back my statement. AAA, as long as my brain remembers at 10 p.m. on a Saturday, my ass is watching their stuff live, because that's been very exciting television to watch. So I take that back. AAA is the only thing that I will try very hard to always make sure I will watch it live.
If I don't watch it live, I try at least the next day.
Correct. Yeah, exactly.
It's just, sometimes I get like super busy. I'm like, okay, Monday.
Yeah.
At least for a couple of days, right? Because my rule is if I gotta try to watch it like the week before like the next show happens, and then if it then really no point. I mean, sometimes it will, but because it's only an hour, right? So
yeah, it's only an hour show,
which is crazy.
Well, it's actually not even that. It's really like a 35-minute show because there's all those stupid ads. Like
True.
not even like the YouTube ads, like just the ads that are in there. They talk about all the shows that are coming. They have the we'll be right back stuff. We'll have the hey, let's put all the merch on the screen for a while. So it's like it's not even an hour-long show. But it's entertaining as hell to watch.
It's an hour.
Yeah, exactly. It's an hour.
Oh, before I do my half year, because I want to remember the Club WWE thing, or the WWE radio.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And
that
we'll
starts
Club
on the 27th.
Well, Club WWE is also $99 a year, but we're not going to pay that, so move on.
If I went to WWE shows, I'd think about it. But I live in the Northeast Kingdom of Vermont, where I have to either go to Montreal or go to Boston to watch that. That's 2.5, 3 hours away, sometimes longer depending on traffic. No thanks.
2+ hours for Scott.
No, sorry. I have trouble going to local wrestling shows that are an hour away from me. I ain't making that commitment to go to the major shows 2.5, 3 hours away. So sorry, no, it's not gonna happen. So it's not worth the money. I don't care about the merch that's strictly for that. I think right now Cena's doing his Never Seen 17 city merch that he was going to go. He wanted to do 17 other cities that during his retirement tour that he didn't get to do. So that's cool. I'm glad. It is what it is. I'm happy for those people that now get to buy stuff for the cities that he didn't go to, but that doesn't do anything for me. I don't even remember the last time I bought any WWE merch. It's probably been well over a year.
I bought 2 wrestling shirts at Hot Topic.
I keep forgetting Hot Topic's a thing.
That's literally the last wrestling shirt I bought.
Are they still in malls? Are malls still a thing in Canada?
Dude, yeah, I had to go to a whole other province because I don't have a Hot Topic where I'm at. I was up there for the weekend, so I was like, fuck it. Let's take a look.
Fair
When
enough.
I went in there, they had Cena, Rhodes, Rhea, Mr. Yeetman, and Punk.
Back in my day, they had the Bullet Club shirts at Hot Topic.
Dude, you know how
Alright,
bad...
Grandpa.
Grandpa, I'm tired. I don't give a fuck. Dude, I wish they saw Bullet Club shirts. Fuck.
That was all the bucks.
Yep.
Mr. Young Bucks, can you bring your shirt, AEW shirts to Hot Topic, please?
All right, Ethan, let's wrap this up with your mid-year.
All right, so I wrote these down because I know I'm gonna forget. So what I'll do is I'll go over them again and I'll tell you what I got right and wrong so far. As we're almost in August, which what the fuck, by the way.
Seriously.
I have hockey camp in like 3 weeks. The fuck.
Wow.
I know it's early this year. So for WWE, I had Gunther win the WWE title. Braun Breaker wins the world title. Drew wins the WWE title. Roxanne wins the women's world title. Oba gets called up and wins the title. And big beefy boy, Bronson Reed wins the title. NXT, I Kendall Gray wins the women's title. Soroka also won the women's title. My dog's having Sumi's back behind me. Sorry wins the title. Fatal Foods wins the women's tag titles, which I'm gonna count that technically because spoiler. Miles Bourne wins the North Ring title, and Tavion Heights, sorry, Mr. Heights, wins a title. AEW, I either had Claudio Okada to cash up Fletcher, or Ospreay wins the world title. Willow wins the women's title. Tekla wins a title, don't matter which title. Hangman / Swerve wins the AEW world tag titles. And Sister Sins win the women's tag titles, and Joe enters C2 and wins it. TNA, I had Mike win the world title. Bear Bronze winning a title. AJ wrestling 1 match. Didn't matter who was with, just 1 match. I wouldn't even care if it was 2 minutes. I still would have counted. Center and State wins the tag titles. Dane Luna wins the knockout title. Those 2 I did spoil earlier in the show. And Mustafa Ali or Cedric are winning the world title. And honorable mentions, Hardy's get in the TNA or WWE Hall of Fame, or both. Leon Sir gets on WWE. Cena goes in the Hall of Fame, and Jericho returns at the Rumble. But you already heard that prediction at the Rumble post show. that
Yep.
that one I was way wrong on. So for WWE, so far, the only one I got right was Drew winning the WWE title. Oh, but I'm gonna say half a point because he got called up, but hasn't won a title yet.
Yet.
NXT, the only one I got wrong was Soul Worker win the women's title because she got called up.
Yep.
Sorry, won the women's North American title, so I got that one right. And Fan Influence won the women's tag titles. That counts because they were technically called up and win on Saturday's main event.
Yep.
And Miles Born won the North American title. So honestly, 5 out of 6, not so bad.
Yep.
Wait, 4-1 so far because TV High still has to win.
Right.
AEW, the only one I got right so far was Tekla winning the title, the women's title. And the only one I got wrong so far was Heyman's Swerve not winning the AEW tag titles. Sister Sins did challenge for last night, but obviously we're still halfway for the year, so I'm not gonna say wrong yet until after New Year's Eve. So just because, yeah. TNA, I got Mike and Bear winning titles, which if I got those correct, Bear won the TNA World Tag titles with Brian Myers. And again, Sinner Saint did not win their titles because LOL TNA. Guess why not? And Cena not going to Hall of Fame. Spoiler, I think he might get in next year. And Jericho returned to the Rumble, which me and John did get wrong on that one. So
yeah,
that's my half year so far. Tune back 2027 when I talk about the rest of them.
All right. Well, while you're at it, Ethan, why don't you tell people where they can find you at?
All over the fucking internet. No, I'm joking. You can follow me on Twitter as Ethan_Black15. That's my wrestling one. Ethan ATR for my hockey stuff, which I'm pretty excited for hockey season kicking up actually in a couple months as we're recording this. ATR for the Japan stuff, which I do got to catch up on because we're humans and we're busy adulting. That's the real answer. I think I said all night. Follow me on Pulse Wrestling, pwmania.com, and Turnbuckle Times and Pro Wrestling Wire, where I talk about everything wrestling related, do results for everything. And of course, on here is ATR. So, yeah.
And Scott, what can people find you at?
People can find me over at Scotty J Stream. I do all the non-Japan stuff on X. Next week with our live show, we'll be doing some more pack openings. We haven't done that in a hot minute. So that'll be fun. We'll be all WWE based, obviously, because we are doing SummerSlam. So I figured it's only fair to do WWE stuff. And then I'm hoping that I can do my own pack opening video later on in August.
And you can find me as SOB Official. We're on all streaming platforms. Guys, follow us on everything. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Let's get to 1,000 on TikTok and join our Discord. Guys, thank you so much for listening. We are out of time. And as always, do not forget to join the Bedlam.
Thanks, guys.